Okay, so if you're anywhere near the global health or MedTech world, you probably have Medica 2025 in Dusseldorf marked on your calendar. It's really the big one, isn't it? The place where innovative manufacturers gather.
Absolutely, it's huge. But today we're not really talking about the latest scanner or surgical tool reveal.
No, we're zooming in on one particular attendee, Perla McLiberty, who sees this massive event a bit differently.
That's right. She's there representing IBC Group, and for her, Medica isn't just about networking. It's more like a strategic intervention point.
An intervention. Explain that.
Well, she aims to challenge how established manufacturers approach Latin America, to really get them to rethink it.
Because LATAM often feels like this huge potential, but also kind of a black box for companies.
Exactly. High potential, but messy, frustrating sometimes. Perla's mission, you could say, is to hand them the instruction manual, the system.
And that's our mission for you listening today, to unpack Perla's system. It's analytical, sure, but also deeply human and, well, pretty rigorous.
It's about generating real, sustainable value there, long-term, not just quick wins.
So if you're a company thinking about global expansion, especially into LATAM, understanding this approach could be, well, a major shortcut. It's about moving beyond just being there.
Right, evolving past simple participation. And evolution is really the key word here. Perla isn't looking to meet companies who just want, an easy way to offload some older inventory.
Not the find me a distributor, any distributor approach.
No, she wants to connect with manufacturers who are genuinely ready to commit to structured growth. A real strategy.
Which brings us right to how she starts. You mentioned it's not about promises.
Correct. Her work with a new manufacturer never kicks off with optimistic sales projections or handshake deals. It always starts with diagnosis and clear direction based on that diagnosis.
That feels like a pretty fundamental shift. Most companies maybe find a distributor, sign a deal, and kind of hope for the best.
That's often the case. But Perla treats the company's entire LATAM operation, internal, external, like a patient. You need intensive diagnostics before you can even think about a treatment plan.
Okay, so before promising any growth, she needs to check the vital signs, the operational health.
Precisely. And this diagnostic phase gets really granular. It's way more than just glancing at the sales figures.
All right, let's unpack that. What's she actually looking at on day one? You said internal infrastructure first.
Yeah, how does the company actually operate the region? Staffing, management structure. How does it compare to how they run things in, say, Europe or North America? Is it an afterthought or properly resourced?
Makes sense. And then she looks outward to the partners on the ground.
Then, yes, swift move to the local partners. She does almost forensic analysis on distributor behavior and, crucially, performance.
Forensic. What does that uncover that standard reports don't?
It's where the real story of market penetration comes out. She's looking beyond just hitting a target number. Did they hit it by dumping a huge order in the last quarter just to get a bonus?
Versus genuine, consistent sales velocity throughout the year. Selling through, not just selling to.
Exactly. That's a massive difference. One looks good on a spreadsheet momentarily. The other means actual clinical adoption. Doctors using the equipment regularly.
Okay, that's a critical distinction. And you mentioned she also looks at something less tangible, brand perception.
Right. How is the brand really seen in the market? Especially in health tech for complex equipment, this is vital. It's not just about product quality. Is it seen as reliably supported?
A post-sale service, training, that kind of thing.
Absolutely. If the support infrastructure is weak or non-existent, and she'll find that out through talking to people in the market, that reputation poisons every single sales effort, no matter how innovative the product is.
So reputation directly linked to measurable value. And then the big question, are their current strategies actually generating sustainable long-term value?
Yes. Which leads right into that common frustration she encounters constantly. We could call it the mystery of stagnation.
The mystery of stagnation. I like that. What is it?
It's when export managers tell her, look, our product is good, we have distributors, we follow the rules, but sales have just flatlined. We're stuck.
Plateaued. Even when, on paper, it seems like they're doing everything right.
Exactly. And Perla's diagnosis often pinpoints a specific, often hidden structural issue causing that plateau.
Can you give us an example? What's a common hidden problem that causes this stagnation?
Often it boils down to incentives and inventory management. Think about it. Many distributors, particularly in volatile economies, might operate on a volume incentive. Bigger order, bigger discount.
Okay, so they're incentivized to buy big from the manufacturer.
Right. but not necessarily incentivized to sell it through quickly. So she often finds distributors are basically hoarding inventory. It becomes dead stock sitting in their warehouse.
Why would they do that?
They might use it as a buffer against inflation, or even as collateral, the result.
Yeah.
It slows down the actual market access for the manufacturer's newest, most profitable products.
So the manufacturer sees decent-looking invoices going out, but the market isn't actually getting the latest tech deployed efficiently.
Precisely. You're measuring the wrong thing activity, not real market velocity. Her diagnosis nails that exact bottleneck.
Wow, okay. That explains a lot about why growth can stall even when reports look. Okay, so recognizing this broken structure leads to the next phase, right? The proactive part. IBC Group, Perla, they don't just connect factories and distributors.
No, definitely not. They build commercial ecosystems. And that's not just marketing speak. It's a whole operational framework designed for resilience, for sustainability.
An ecosystem, not just a relationship. What's the difference in practice?
A simple relationship can be fragile. One part breaks, the whole thing falters. An ecosystem integrates everything: logistics, regulatory compliance, clinical training, financial tracking into a robust, interconnected system.
That sounds ambitious. And I imagine redesigning a company's entire approach for a whole continent. That must meet some resistance. It sounds like incredibly hands-on work. CEOs are busy people.
Oh, absolutely. There can be pushback. That's why her approach has to be so direct, so analytical, and it requires real buy-in from the CEO and export managers right down the line.
So she sits down with them to actually redesign the structure.
Yes. It's about shifting away from maybe a generic one-size-fits-all regional distribution deal, instead moving towards highly segmented, country-specific strategies.
Tailored to each country's healthcare system, maturity, regulations.
Exactly. Evaluating performance, barriers, potential country by country, not treating LATAM as one monolithic block.
So institutionalizing much more granular measurement in management. What does this redesign mean for the people involved, the distributors, the sales teams?
It means transforming those relationships. And this is where the deeply human part comes in. She draws on years of seeing what works and what fails.
How does she do that? Turn a passive distributor into a real partner.
It's about moving them from just being order takers to becoming high-performing partners. And it's not just demanding more, it's investing in them.
Investing how?
Capacity building. She mentors the manufacturer's internal teams, but also rigorously trains the distributor sales force. And not just on the product specs.
Business coaching.
Yes, focusing on things like service quality metrics, not just sales volume. Maybe changing the whole incentive structure.
Away from just discounts for buying big.
And towards bonuses tied to, say, post-sales customer satisfaction scores, or how quickly they install the equipment and get it running properly.
So aligning the distributor's success directly with the manufacturer's long-term brand equity and reputation in that market.
Precisely, especially in health tech, where clinical trust is everything. Prioritizing service turns that partner into an active growth engine for the brand. It makes both sides invest in the ecosystem's health, not just chase short-term bumps in orders.
That makes so much sense. And this focus on structure, on precision.
Yeah.
It's all driven by her core philosophy about the region itself, isn't it?
Yes. The big philosophical leap. Latin America is not a mystery.
It's a system. Okay, that sounds counterintuitive, maybe. Given the huge differences in volatility between, say, Mexico, Brazil, Chile, Colombia, how can you treat such a complex region as a single system?
That's the key part of the framework. She's not saying LATAM is uniform or predictable day to day. Of course not.
Right. Currency fluctuations, political shifts, bureaucratic nightmare.
Exactly. She's arguing that the complexity itself is manageable, even predictable to a degree if you have the right structural architecture in place. The system isn't about ignoring the volatility.
It's about building a framework to handle it.
Precisely. The system provides the framework to manage and anticipate those variables within a unified operational plan. It's the defense mechanism against the chaos.
So if the diagnosis finds, huge regulatory delays, likely in country A, and maybe currency instability in country B.
The ecosystem is built with specific localized buffers. Maybe that's segmented inventory holding, different pricing structures, dedicated compliance officers for that market. You replace reactive firefighting with proactive, measurable risk management.
I see. So treating it as a system allows you to build resilience into the operation.
And the result, when you apply that structure and guidance, is things start moving faster, stronger, smarter. You get that measurable momentum.
That ability to manage, maybe even dominate the market with precision. That's what manufacturers are looking for when they go to Medica.
Absolutely. And her focus there is crystal clear. She wants to meet the companies who felt that stagnation, who know things aren't quite right, and are genuinely ready to evolve.
Not just looking for a few new handshakes, but ready to fundamentally change how they operate in the region.
Yes. To really understand it, manage it, and ultimately lead in it. And that shift takes structure, requires measurable results, and a willingness to maybe dismantle parts of the old approach that just weren't working.
So she'll be there at Medica, representing IBC Group, ready for those conversations, helping manufacturers see how their brand can really hit its full potential across LATAM.
And that potential, as we've discussed, it really hinges on getting that precision, that structure, that measurability in place. It's the blueprint, really, for sustainable expansion there.
It highlights a crucial point for any manufacturer listening. Just having a great product isn't enough anymore, especially in complex regions like LATAM.
Right. Getting this kind of strategic guidance, this structural support, it's moving from being optional to essential if you want to unlock that full long-term potential. It takes real commitment.
Definitely requires commitment, not just participation. So whether you're packing your bags for Dusseldorf or just sketching out your global strategy for the next few years, it's worth remembering this focus on real strategy and commitment.
Because, as Perla often says, sometimes your biggest global growth leap starts with just one decision.
Just one, yes. That internal commitment to stop chasing easy answers and actually build a robust analytical system for growth. A powerful thought to end on.